Ayo, what is groovy? What is good? It's your boy Papa Capes, and we are back with yet another Raid Shadow Legends video. Thank you so much to Raid for sponsoring this video and for hooking us up with our own download link that you can find in the description down below. Using that link directly supports me, directly supports the channel, and just helps us continue building what we are building right here. If you choose to start with that link, you will instantly be greeted by Tholen, Falbeard right out the gates, and as you progress just a little bit, you'll be greeted by the likes of Ugo, Tagore, and Mausoleum Mage. And right now, still a great time to start a new account in Raid because you can get an additional legendary right off the bat if you use code RAID7 for Pelops the Victor or code WRATH for Padraig. Get started right now. Fantastic time to start Raid. Let's get into the video. So for those of you that didn't see yesterday's video, I uploaded a video yesterday titled Bad Idea ? It was about the Deck of Fate. We have never done a Deck of Fate on my account, and this was the first attempt at a Deck of Fate. And yeah, so that was me going for a Deck of Fate with no preparation. I just saw the champ, looked at the champ looked cool. I found areas that it might be able to add value to my account, and I decided, let's go for this with no preparation, just with what we have, and let's give it a bash. What do we have to lose, right? Just a couple of resources that you can get back with time if you do not succeed. Some of the comments in that video were absolutely not convinced that we were going to be able to do it. Some of the comments were focused on the fact that my energy was overcapped. Some of the comments said that I would have to spend hundreds of dollars in order to get through this event, or that champion training wouldn't be enough. However, if we look back, some of the comments might have had some valid points. Definitely, there were some valid points in there. There's still some things in these comments that could be truthful and that I can still take in and learn from. And even when I read those comments, at the time, I actually believed some of them. I was like, yo, these people are right. I have no chance. What am I doing? Am I literally just going to waste my resources? But I don't roll like that. One thing that Raid does exceptionally well is that it caters to so many different styles of gameplay. One of the best things they do, and one of my favorite things about the game, is that there's so many different playstyles that you can successfully adhere to and follow that direction in Raid and still be stimulated, still have fun, still be super efficient, still be whatever you want to be, however you want to play. It accommodates that style. And that's one of my favorite things about this all. But then something happened. 5 hours after I uploaded that video, I might have been slightly more motivated seeing the comments, seeing some people say, you won't be able to do this or anything like that. Not in a negative way. I just get fired up. I can fire myself up, and that's one of the cool things about it. But I can successfully... Oh, I didn't know. As this is my first ever Deck of Fate event, I didn't know it disappears from here. So let's go into the summon portal and let's go into the fragment summon. Talina is right there with 100 out of 100 fragments, which shows that we successfully completed our first Deck of Fate. Granted, I literally had to flip every single card in the Deck of Fate. So we spent, I think, 5 hours, maybe 5.5 hours, champ training non-stop. 12-3, and I became best mates yesterday. All of the energy I had in reserve is gone. As you can see, all of the energy is gone. And we're sitting on just like 196. I think I got this earlier doing some Grim Forest battles, and I think I used about 220, 240 gems as well. So one thing that I want to highlight here is that there's such a big debate in the entirety of Raid community about energy and keeping energy under its cap, keeping energy over its cap. I know so many players who sit with 20, 30, 40,000 energy, and I know a ton of players who would never have more than 5 energy chilling there so that the energy is consistently regenerating, which is fine. There's no right or wrong way. But in this situation, if I didn't have that energy stored up, like the reason I had it stored up was for a rainy day, probably a fusion, probably something. I just feel a sense of security when I see the energy there. Granted, I understand wholeheartedly that it is not the most efficient way to play Raid in terms of energy usage for the time spent, etc., etc. I'm not going to get into that. But if I didn't have the 8 to 9k energy sitting there, there is no way I would have come remotely close to finishing this event. But not a single cent was spent during this event. Literally trained food. And some of the nice things about it is the highlight of it all was that I had a ton of fun. And I think in yesterday's video, I also said that I had like 24 voids and I pulled 4 voids because I didn't like the number 24, even though my birthday's on a 24. Irrelevant. My point is that I pulled 4 voids and I got Whisper. And because of the champ training, I also got it to 6-star. And what that led to was me finishing Knights Revenant Faction Wars as well. There, we couldn't finish stage 21 of Knights Revenant, and now it is done. So now we literally just left with Skinwalker, Undead Horde, Demon Spawn, and Shadowkin, and then we are done with Faction Wars and we get Lydia. This is the thing. I'm in no way, shape, or form an expert at Raid, but I also play the game the way that I want to play the game. I ask for tons of advice. I also have started doing tons of research, but I don't take everything at face value. I will always, the way I say it, I'll manipulate certain things and add my flavor to it, my style to it, and then I'll implement it. And that's why, like, I have nothing against being at 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 energy. Like, I understand it's not the most efficient, but I'm not a min-max player. I'm not a player that's going to starve my experience from having fun because I'm trying to be as efficient as possible. Granted, that might mean that my progress might be slower, which I'm okay with, because I'm also at a place where I no longer compare my account to anyone else's account. I just want to have a good time, and yesterday, doing my first ever Deck of Fate event led to me having a good time. So the important thing as we focus on this is not the fact that I proved anybody wrong or that some comments were wrong or none of that negativity. It is the fact that different players approach the game differently, and that is what makes Raid fire. Like, one thing that Raid has taught me is that there's so many different ways to play. I'm obviously not going to claim Telena right now. We're going to keep her. I think there's going to be a fusion next month. Probably about 2 weeks, 2.5 to 3 weeks. So then now we've got Ryan, Telena, Masahiro, Cleopteryx, and Embreeze ready for pulls. That does wonders for a champ chase tournament during a summon event. But yeah, to double back to what I was saying, one thing that Raid has taught me is that there's so many different ways to play the game. Some people chase efficiency. Some people chase flexibility. Some people prioritize stimulation. Some people prioritize fun, and I have no idea where I fit into that. I know for a fact that I'm not all the way to efficiency. I know for a fact that I'm not all the way to flexibility, nor am I all the way to fun. So I'm somewhere in the middle of that. And to me, that's okay. I'm having a good time. I'm excited to log into Raid. Yesterday was exciting. I spent 5 hours grinding. I had the homies with me in the voice chat, and they were playing Tarkov, they were playing PoE2, and here's me just, no, leave me alone. I'm champ training. And every time I'd flip another card, they'd be like, how many do you have left? Oh, I've got 12 left. How many cards do you have left? Oh, I've got 10 left. How many do you have left? I've got 7 left. And then when I eventually got to the last one, I even almost made the decision to drop, like, what was the special? What was the offer? Like 900 gems for 2 cards, or 2k of the fatal flowers, or the flowers, and 1100 for like 3. And then Siki was like, don't spend your gems. You're gonna do this. You've got enough energy. Just keep going. And that's what we ended up doing. And it was a vibe. Not only do we have another legendary that is sitting here ready to be summoned, who's also going to impact my account, but again, we were able to level up champions like Whisper, who immediately helped with Faction Wars. Faction Wars in Knights Rev is now done. We also got so many good souls for champions. Like Skullcrown is now 5-star awakened, who's just the one off the top of my head that I can remember. We did end up selling a couple of souls. As you can see, we're quite low on souls now, which is fine. Romanto missions or Marius missions, one of the two require you to get like a 3-star awakening or 4-star. They also require you to sell souls for X amount of the coins, but that's fine. That's more long-term, and I'm okay with that. The Corona that we pulled yesterday, I sold that as well to instantly get me another Eternal Soul. So we did end up pulling another Eternal Soul, and I pulled an Immortal Soul. So in total, I think we pulled 21 or 22 Mortal Soul Stones. We pulled 1 Immortal and we pulled 4 Eternal. And the rest was champ training. And like I said, it was a positive experience for me all around. I had a good time sharing this with so many members in the Discord because they already know that I finished it. Because as soon as I finished it, I sent them a little screenshot in there and I made that little spoiler alert thing on the Discord. And I sent it through there because like we speak often, we speak a lot about Raid. The Raid area of my Discord is the busiest area in my Discord, which I absolutely love. So yeah, I want to highlight one more thing, that this video isn't about, oh, comments, you were wrong, ha ha ha. It was literally just the fact that people have different approaches to me, and that's fine and that's beautiful. Was it worth it? 100% without even pulling the champion? Yes. Why? Because I had a good time. I was able to continue progressing my account. I was able to complete certain content that I wasn't able to complete before. Like I said, with Whisper in Knight's Rev, the 5-star soul for Skull Crown in Knight's Rev. Fantastic. Another faction done. We are closer than ever to Lydia and we'll continue progressing. I also had soul for Kinagashe that I thought I had before, which I didn't, and she's in Shadowkin, and I'm still not finished with Shadowkin. Masahiro is still waiting to be summoned for Shadowkin. So yes, without even pulling the champion, in my opinion, on my account, 100% worth it. Would I do it again? Yes. Without preparation? Yes. How much energy do I think I need? Anywhere between 10 and 15k energy if you've got Eternal Soul Stones and 1 or 2 Immortals laying around and over 20 to 25 mortal soul stones laying around. Yes, this is the thing. Like, there's so much content on Raid out there on the internet. There's so many things that you can read and be told what to do and how to do it, and it's the only way to do it. But I disagree. There's not one way to do anything. Find your own way, pave your own path, and if you fail, you learn. If you succeed, you vibe. I don't think you can lose, because we either win or we learn. It is what it is. I had a good time. That's a vibe right there. Thank you to those of you who gave me the support, who believed in me. Thank you to those of you who are out there in the comments saying that I might not be able to do it, because like I said, your comments still are valid. Your comments were, at the time, I believed your comments. You know what I mean? I wasn't sure. This was my first event, but now I at least have a better understanding of the deck of fate. And although we had to pull every single card, maybe in the future we'll go through one that we don't, and we get a little bit lucky. So I guess I'm just excited for the next one, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wasn't necessarily expecting to make this video today because I wasn't sure if I was going to have the resources, but 5 hours after I uploaded yesterday's video, we were able to complete it, and it was a vibe. Thank you so much once again to Raid for sponsoring this video and for hooking us up with our own download link that you guys can find below. Using that link directly supports me and directly supports the channel. After this video goes live, I'll see you guys in the comments. Please let me know if you are going for this Decky Fate event. Are you going for the guaranteed legendary champion? If yes, tell me how it's going. If no, tell me why. And please do not ever hesitate to jump in the comments. The conversations we have in there, one of my favorite parts of doing this all. I'll see you guys in the next video. Happiness is a choice. Kindness is free. Leave your mark, yo. Peace out.